Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the three major promo code legendaries that are available in this game. Whether or not you're a new player or you want to make a new account, to start with one of these, I want to go through each of them and why, or who I think, anyways, is the best promo code legendary to start with. But I do want to give all three of them a fair shake. Now, before we get started with the video, I will start off with, of course, that you can use my QR code in the top right hand of the screen to make a new account or an alt account or whatever you so wish. And you'll get yourself Karato Foxhunter, legendary of the Shadowkin. We're not going to be talking about him because you're absolutely going to get him. Three amazing epics to go alongside him: Ugo, Tagore, and Deacon Armstrong at account level 15, 30, and 40. And this is normally where I would plug my favorite legendary, but I am going to wait because we're going to be talking about them separately. All right, and we're going to start this video off by talking about the first legendary on this list, and that is going to be by using the promo code Monkey King. Now, I'm not saying that you should go and do this. I'm just telling you that's the promo code if you do want to get this character first that we're going to be talking about, and that's going to be Sun Wukong. Where are you, Sun Wukong? Now, he was the promo code that I used for my account 8 months ago. The other two that we're going to be talking about on this list, however, were not available when I started my account. So Sun Wukong is still available through a promo code, and he's not my favorite one of this three in this video, which is why I want to start with him. However, I do want to give him a good shake. He is very good for PvP. He has a very niche kit that is not going to be replicatable by other characters. So he does start with a 28% ally speed aura in arena battles. So he is definitely a heavy PvP character, but not entirely. He's got a very unique passive where after 3 turns, if he's dead, he comes back to life with 100% HP and 100% turn meter. So a lot of people build this guy as a DPS glass cannon, because if he dies, he's just, assuming he's not the last one alive, then he will come back to life as long as you have some other team members that are still going. Now, his A3 ultimate does an AoE attack, but it steals buffs from all enemies and then places a block buffs debuff for 2 turns. Now, this is really good, but in PvE, I would say there's very limited dungeons that you would actually need this for. The potion keeps, like Magic Keep and Arcane Keep, I think this is relevant. And I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. There's like certain, maybe Nether Spider in Doom Tower where you can steal the minions counterattacks and things like this. Block buffs as a debuff, though, is a little bit more important for things like Hydra, but there's plenty of characters that can do that as well. This is guaranteed 100% though, so it's not the worst. It's just that I would say that he's primarily more used in PvP. Now, his A2 Staff of Wonder. This is used a lot in event dungeons, especially when there's other enemies on the field. You may or may not have seen videos where the Shredder dungeon or even the past Karosa dungeon, where he could kill a minion and then all the excess damage would do splash damage, a lot more than it's supposed to, I think, to the boss and potentially one-shot them. But this does also place a sheep debuff on an enemy for 1 turn, so they're kind of not able to do much. I'm not a big fan of the sheep because I'm looking more for the damage rather than actually sheeping them, and the debuff can't be blocked. So will attack all remaining enemies with, this is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of great ignore damage, making him a Helm Splitter mastery character, which I do have, makes this hit a lot harder over here, having the ignore defense. So just stacking more ignore defense is really nice. And his A1 places a stun debuff at a 25% chance or 50% if they have any buffs, but most bosses can't be stunned. So he's largely a PvP champion for the Skinwalkers, but he's still really powerful. It's just that I think that now the other 2 options that are available as promo codes are a lot better. But if you're a big fan of his aesthetic, if you're just a fan of PvP, then definitely Sun Wukong is a great champion for you. All right, and starting with the second character, we have the promo code Demon Slayer. Now, if you've been following my journey for a little while, then maybe you'd have recognized this because it's this character here, right? Promo code Demon Slayer for Tholin Foulbeard. Now, this promo code is going to be available, I believe, until the end of October, but there is a reason why I'm not advertising this one in my videos so much anymore, and we're going to talk about exactly why that is. So Tholin Foulbeard though is an amazing character. I use him every single day, and I've only just recently, actually, no, I'm still using him in Demon Lord, but I'm actually, I'm not using him as frequently, but he is incredibly powerful. So he still has one of my main, my top 2 DPS sets in my roster. Tholin Foulbeard is amazing. So I want to talk about his A1. He has an AoE A1, which is crazy. He is an amazing character for campaign clearing because all of this in his A3 have AoE attacks. It's just very fast for him to wave clear. He's one of the best wave clearers that I have that is available early on. So you're probably wondering, why wouldn't I recommend this character? We're going to get to that in a minute. His A2 does a double hit attack. It ignores target's defense if they're from the Corrupted Alliance, but if they're a boss, each hit ignores 50% instead. Crazy. This guy's a bit of a boss killer here, and every time he does this, it decreases their attack up to 25%, and it also increases his attack by up to 50%. So if you use this 5 times over the course of a battle, like a long-term fight, like a clan boss, his attack is scaling up pretty great, and it's on a cooldown of 3. His A3, again, a 2-hit AoE attack that gives him attack up before he even does this, and each critical hit landed on the first hit increases the damage dealt by the second hit by 10%, and it ignores unkillable and any shields. So, really great DPS. He has some survivability as well. Also, he activates his A1 every 5 turns. So again, just more damage coming out from this guy. Enemies from the Corrupted Alliance or any bosses cannot crit Tholin, so he has a little bit of extra survivability here. He also comes with a 30% attack, all battles attack aura. So very, very powerful. So you're wondering, why am I not recommending this guy? And the reason for this is because right now we have the Michelangelo chase going on. Michelangelo is going to be a free 5 red star champion that you're going to get after, I believe, 20-something days, right? It's 14 days plus a 10, maybe. So 24 days, I think, in total to get all of that. But he is absolutely free, and he is an amazing DPS champion. So I don't think that you need to use another DPS promo code for the start of your account. The major differences between Mikey and Tholin is that Tholin does have that AoE on the A1. He is a more effective wave clearer than Mikey, but I think when you apply that 5 red, he is just super, super powerful. Like, I even have a 4, even a 2 red, I was getting really good returns on Mikey. So absolutely great character here. And it's going to be that third character that we're going to be talking about in the last bit of the video here is why I believe that character is a little bit better than Tholin and why I've been advertising her more than Tholin lately, but still an amazing champion. So, I mean, you're not going to go wrong by taking him. He is definitely better than Wukong, in my opinion, and there's still a lot of space in the game for him. He is an amazing champ. I just think the next character is going to be a lot more effective based on the characters that are available at the start of your game. Okay, and the third character that I want to talk about here is none other than the Void Legendary character Tuhanarak of the Barbarian faction by using the promo code Desert Queen. So Desert Queen for Tuhanarak, and I want to talk about why she is so much better than both Wukong and Tholin Foulbeard, who I absolutely love, by the way. I love Tholin Foulbeard. So let's talk about Tuhanarak, right? I don't have her. I wish I did, because she is really good. She's a Void Legendary, which is super rare in Raid Shadow Legends to offer a Void Legendary champion. Let's just get that out of the way. But as far as her kit goes, like, we're going to start with the passive. She cleanses a random debuff from all allies at the start of her turn. This is huge as far as a passive goes. 2, if they're under continuous healing. So basically, cleansing is no problem. Debuffs is not really that big of a problem. You'd have to be sitting on a lot of debuffs for this to be a big issue. But as long as you have speed backing Tuhanarak, this is very nice. Now let's just start with all of the buffs and debuffs that she does. So she has now only a 30% chance to apply the speed, but if you have legendary books in here, which will be a priority even as a new player, it's going to go up to 50% chance of applying a 30% decreased speed debuff. So this is really great for bosses that you can use speed down on, which is quite a few of them actually. Places a continuous heal buff on her and also the ally with the lowest HP, and she scales on defense. So her DPS is scaling based. She has a little bit of DPS actually. But it is based on defense, which means that she is going to survive a lot better because her damage is based on defense. so she will not go down that fast. Her A2, Radiant Suffering, attacks one enemy, has a 75% chance up to 100 once you get her legendary books in, of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff and a block buffs debuff for 2 turns. And then it applies a debuff spread, taking 2 random debuffs, which is, it could very well just be these 2 or other ones that are on them, from that, the main target, and placing them on all enemies. So if you're fighting, I don't know, let's say it's the spider boss or ice golem or something like that, and you're targeting the main boss, and then it's spreading to the minions as well. This can be for Hydra as well, right? And on all enemies. Really great Hydra champion there. When you get into later game, Hydra is quite later. But Tuhanarak is just an amazing, amazing character, and her A3 buff on a cooldown of 3 with the books, 60% increased defense and a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns on a cooldown of 3. This is really good. That basically means that she's probably always going to have this up, because there are masteries that can extend, has a chance to extend the buffs 1 extra turn. So sometimes you're going to get a 3-turn speed buff as well, which is basically the extent of her cooldowns, right? On a cooldown of 3 with the books. So just a really crazy starter overall champion. I'm not going to lie to you, this having really powerful supports can make a huge difference when it comes to your progression in Raid Shadow Legends. A really good support can make a significant difference on how fast you can progress stages and a variety of different content in Raid Shadow Legends. So between speed up is so important. Not only does she have speed up, she has speed down at the same time on her basic for bosses. The defense up is great for survivability. Honestly, you can use her no problem in places like Clan Boss early on, and then her A2 with the decreased attack. She's got everything. The only thing she doesn't have is like decreased defense, which you can get from somebody else, right? You can get from Ugo, from the characters in my promo link. So, you know, she basically complements very well with other support characters. And like I said, because Mikey is a freebie legendary champ that you're getting when you start a new account, or even, you know, if you recently just came back to the game, yeah, I think that's why Tuhanarak is the #1 recommendation from me, from all the promo codes. So that's who I'm saying I think is the best, but you're not going to go wrong with any of the 3. They're all pretty good. I just think that Tuhanarak shines a little bit more than some of the others. So that's going to be it for this video. Before I go, I do want to remind people that, you know, we're talking about new player accounts. So, or alt accounts, if you want to make another one, you can get Karato Fox Hunter by downloading using the QR code in the top right or in the link in the description below, and the 3 amazing other characters that I am going to talk about in a future video, but you're going to get right here: Ugo, Tagore, and Deacon Armstrong at account level 15, 30, and 40. And I'm just going to give one last call out to Tuhanarak, right? Not only does she look badass, she's got double daggers, but she is, in my opinion, the best promo code available in Rated Shadow Legends right now. Make sure to use the promo code Desert Queen within the first 48 hours of a brand new account to pick her up. That's going to be it from me, everybody, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.